Mac, I would like to share a big thank you to all the listeners who have reached out to me in the recent hours, 12-ish hours, maybe a day or so. I don't know when this podcast is coming out. But a movie that I was looking forward to has been put on the shelf. Canceled, at least for now. And that is the live-action, rated R, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Last Ronin.
Yeah, it's dark times at Ridgemont High here for Goo. This is a long time coming here where the anticipation for this movie has been building for the last year or two after it was revealed to Goo that this even exists. You were made aware of this, 2 or 3 years ago, whatever this.
Whenever I posted the TikTok.
And I, as someone who reads nothing, especially comic books, am deeply intrigued by this story.
Yeah.
And I also really like, as we've seen with the Batman, I think there's this level to which you can get to, these deep, dark, quasi-realistic superhero movies that really, really are just for me. I really enjoy them. And I think The Last Ronin would have been in that same vein, on that same level. So it's not permanently killed.
No.
It's just shelved so that fucking Paramount can sonicify the TMNT universe, which they're already doing. They're already doing it.
Don't get me, no. Well, so they want to do more live action for a younger audience Ninja Turtles movies, and it just depends on how the Turtles look. If we're going to go back to a more practical look as opposed to the big CGI Shreks.
Yeah, Michael Bay obviously made his two. Did he do three? Two or three?
They're two.
TMNT
They're
movies.
girthy. They're
Megan
girthy.
Fox popped up in there.
Will Arnett.
I personally, I don't know how
Tyler
you stand on
Perry.
this, Goo, and we have seen this now with some of the more newer animated stuff. I like the Turtles being of different sizes because then it echoes their different abilities and whatnot. So I'm a fan of that. I don't necessarily like how they looked in the Bay movies, but I liked what they went for.
No, I would like something, and what you should do is have the Turtles look different enough that if they're all wearing red bandanas, you can still tell them apart.
Boom. There you go.
That's what the original comic was, by the way. They all had red bandanas.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you for the T's and P's. And before we get to our open, I'm going to ask you this, Mac. Have you ever looked down at your hand and then said to yourself, how the fuck did I cut it?
Oh, I cut my hand all the time. I don't know if you know this about me. First of all, that's a very new cut for you right there.
No, this is fresh.
Yeah, so that just happened while you were in this studio.
Yeah, I was fixing one of the lights in here because someone, I'm not going to name any names because I don't know anyone's name at my company, they changed the setting on the light, and while I was going to flip it back to how it's supposed to be, you know how when you leave a room, you're supposed to leave it how you found it?
Sure.
I was doing that, and I have a big gaping cut on my finger right now.
Cool. At my day job, I work with a lot of hand tools and shit like that.
Brag.
And cabinets and rolling doors and shit. So I cut my finger all the fucking time. It's part of it. I actually, my hands aren't too
deep.
calloused, but there's nothing more annoying. At least you don't have to do laborious work after this. Like in my day job,
no, I'm going back to my laboratory.
I don't want to get any diseases in my newfound wound, you know?
I'm going back to my laboratory after this and telling Dee Dee to get out of there. I was destroying a couch at my mother's house the other day, and I fucking slashed my hands up.
Did you use a Sawzall?
No, I had a hammer and a crowbar.
Okay, Sawzall might have been more beneficial.
Well, so here's the thing, is that I was asked to do it while I was there. I was not told ahead of time, like, hey, do you want to move this couch down the stairs? The staircase that does not fit a couch down it.
Yeah.
So I had...
How'd the couch get up it?
That's the mystery that we all have. My mother claims that she did it by herself, which is...
No fucking chance.
No fucking chance.
No, 0% chance.
0% chance.
Actually, when I was moving out of my last place of residence, famously, your cousin lived across the street from me. I borrowed his Sawzall to chop up a bunch of shit.
Yeah. My cousin has helped me move a lot on that specific staircase.
He's a good guy.
He's a great guy. Yeah. It's a great guy. So what is the open air? Oh, speaking of not great guys... Get this. So on Thanksgiving Day, one of the 3 to 5 days that I enjoy a dessert.
Okay.
My brother is telling me that there will be no homemade apple pies because we have moved on to apple crisps. Apple crisps fucking suck.
No, they don't.
No,
they don't.
When compared to an apple pie, though,
I mean,
everything.
It's all relative. I would prefer. I don't even know if I would prefer an apple pie. I like them both.
No.
But moreover, yes, homemade is generally better. But a nice bakery's apple pie.
Well, that's the thing. So what I did.
Too.
So my mother-in-law, she is going to Spinelli's ahead of time, a local great establishment, Italian foods, bakery, cakes. And so I told her, without my brother knowing, I guess my mom found out, and I'm like, hey, grab an apple pie there.
Yeah.
So my brother texts me, where are you, Brendan? He texts me saying, let's see here. We really don't need 2 apple pastries and this crisp. And I said, apple crisp sucks. He said, apple crisp is the best. Take that back. No, take it back. There's a reason why no one talks about apple crisps. The year we got a pecan pie from there, it honestly wasn't that great. Okay, how does that affect my apple pie?
Well, it would speak to the quality of Spinelli's pie making, number one. I think the reason why people don't talk about apple crisps is that I think some people think they're like a deconstructed apple pie,
Mm-hmm.
I think people just consider them the same thing generally. I also think there's room for all of the desserts, and you can take home desserts too. It's not like they have to be eaten in a finite amount of time. You also have a large family who may, you know what? Here's how we decide it, Goo, right? Put them both out next to each other, and an hour after dinner, go see what has more left.
I swear to Christ, if he texts my mother-in-law and tells her not to bring the apple pie, I'm leaving Thanksgiving. I'm going to throw the biggest hissy fit, just like I did 2 years ago when they didn't get vanilla ice cream for the apple pie at the time, and I fucking flipped out.
Well, that's an extra. Now you're asking too much.
It's an a la mode.
No, now you need to bring the ice cream. You got to do something.
I was too hungover. You were with me the night before on that one.
Yes, that's right, actually. That's right.
I've already told the story on this podcast, but what I did is I went to the only store that was open. It was Walgreens, and they had no vanilla ice cream left. So what I had to do was buy Klondike bars and take the shells off, and then take the flavorless
with the same hammer and crowbar that your mom
garbage.
Gave you for the couch.
Yeah, I know. The flavorless shaved garbage that's on the inside of a Klondike bar, put it on my apple pie, tastes like nothing. There's nothing. There's no flavor in a fucking Klondike bar.
It's amazing how little flavor is in the vanilla ice cream of a Klondike bar. To the point, it's not even vanilla. It's just iced cream. Goo, this brings me to a point that I'll argue over. If you have your option of all the available vanilla ice creams, which one are you getting?
Like, what do you mean? Like
any brand?
Oh, brand? Oh, whatever the most expensive is.
The answer is Brigham's.
Brigham's is
the best
okay.
vanilla.
No, I'm looking for the fattiest motherfucker on the board.
Brigham's is easily the best vanilla, and it might be the fattiest.
And look, no. If you go with those like heavy cream ones, those are the fattiest.
The Brigham's one is pretty creamy.
Actually, you know what? As we're here right now, I will bring this up. I'm seeing a lot of ads. Specifically, I'm talking about you, Google, calling Apple phones, iPhones, if you will, vanilla, and that people are just giving into these vanilla products. Take that fucking tone out of your mouth. Vanilla is delicious.
I mean, yeah, I'm a vanilla over chocolate guy.
We're vanilla boys.
If you talk about it in the terms of what it means in a broad spectrum, Apple and iPhone are vanilla shit. Android is the customizable
Here's the thing,
shit.
Matt,
Android has the flavors.
I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about, so I'm going to take it as disrespect. As a vanilla boy, as two vanilla boys, as a vanilla podcast.
Be clapping both of y'all.
I don't like this one bit.
Yeah. I mean, we're a pro vanilla podcast here as two whites.
It says here that she was hurting for a squirtin'.
Goo.
Yeah.
If given the option of vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream.
Vanilla.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
Vanilla.
It's what makes us similar. It makes us great.
Vanilla also, you can put it with all of these great pastries, too.
I also think there's a lot of bad chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad ones.
One, two, three, yeah! Jaws 3.
Mac and Goo.
King of Queens.
Mac and Goo.
Meryl Streep.
Mac, Goo, and
Entertainment.
I'm Goo.
And I'm Mac.
And we are the Mac and Goo program. We are here because Mac is a witchy woman.
Ooh, witchy woman. Who sings that song? It's Steve Miller Band?
Hanson.
It's not. It's
It might be Hanson. Until you can prove me wrong, it's going to be Hanson.
Yeah, today I am discussing what's the biggest movie of the fucking year, but Goo didn't feel like, oh, it's the Eagles. I'm so stupid.
Hanson, Eagles, same thing.
Goo didn't feel like watching what's going to make the most money
I got
this year.
back from Arizona at 8 o'clock.
Goo showed up an hour late to the screening.
Did anything happen in the first hour?
We are discussing, or I am discussing today, Wicked for Good. Goo will have a couple nonsense movies after that. But the biggest thing here, Goo, Wicked for Good, $165 million budget. Actually, pretty impressive, to be honest with you. They produced these two movies for $300 million total, not including the marketing. This is projected from $150 million plus, $150 million north. I'm not saying that correctly. 150 to 180 million domestically, or North America. That includes Canada and Mexico.
It's a word salad.
It may be the highest opening of the year. Right now, that poll setter is a Minecraft movie at 162.
What is the highest grossing movie of the year so far? Lilo
I'm not
and Stitch?
Sure. I didn't look up worldwide.
So I think this is
Stitch was number 2 domestically.
okay. This is going to end up being the highest grossing movie of the year.
I don't know if it will worldwide because it's not going to do the same worldwide numbers that Stitch probably did.
Oh, yeah. Also, that Chinese movie that made like $2 billion, right?
Yeah, sure. But I do think this is going to be number 1 at the domestic box office. And in comparison to last year's movie, 2024's Wicked, the first one, that set a record for stage-to-screen adaptations with $112.5 million in its opening weekend, or the pre-Thanksgiving run. So this is projected to smash that. And last year's movie went on to make $759 million worldwide, which means this is probably making $1 billion.
Also, speaking of smashing, smash that subscribe button. Actually, you know what I want everyone to do? If you're listening to this with your headphones on a podcasting platform, just venture over to YouTube, give a thumbs up, and then you can leave.
There you go. There you go. Wicked, the first one, got to 475 domestically, 284 internationally. Wow. And this is going to beat both of those numbers pretty comfortably. Goo, this is a PG-rated family, fantasy, musical, and romance movie, subgenres of fairy tale and pop musical. It is a delight, Goo. It's a delight. Or, you know, it's the first one is more of a delight than this one. This is a little more cinematic. But either way, you know what you're in for here. On a runtime of 138 minutes, 2 hours and 18 minutes. On Roddy T's Goo, 70% from the critics, 97% from the audience. If you compare that to 2024's Wicked, it got 88% from the critics. So the critics are saying first one undoubtedly better than the second one. Audience is loving both, eating both up. On Metacritic, a 60 for this, 73 for the first one. And I'll agree, the first one's better. It's got better music, higher highs.
I don't have to see this one,
But the second one, for lack of a better term, is like more cinematic. Better. It's a better movie or a more dramatic movie. The first one's more fun. This movie is written by Winnie Holtzman and Dana Fox. Winnie Holtzman, you may know, she was the creator of My So-Called Life. That is a famous 90s one-off television show.
Yeah.
Jared Leto and Claire Danes. Dana Fox has been a writer on The Wedding Date, What Happens in Vegas, Couples Retreat, How to Be Single, Isn't It Romantic, Goo's Favorite Cruella, and The Lost City. So a lot of rom-coms.
A lot of rom-coms. Yeah.
Yep. Upcoming for Dana Fox, My Best Friend's Wedding reboot. How about that? How about that, Goo?
I don't like that.
She's also tasked for the
Are they bringing Hugh Grant back? Who else was in it? Julia.
The guy with the scar on his face.
Him.
And Julia Roberts, yeah.
Julia Roberts. And was Cameron Diaz?
It was Cameron Diaz.
We did it. All right.
Oh, no,
That'll do it for us.
Yeah. She's also tasked with the script for Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which I love as a name for something. I've never seen it. I don't know shit about it, but I like that name. And the Bobby Sue script. How about that, Goo? So if you like Dana Fox, that's what she's got upcoming. Of course, Goo, this movie is based on the musical stage play by Stephen Schwartz, which is based on the novel by Gregory Maguire.
The fanfic.
And the stage play was novelized by Winnie Holtzman. So she's been involved in this for many, many years. And, of course, we'd be remiss without mentioning L. Frank Baum, who created all of these characters in the first place for The Wizard of Oz. L. Frank Baum, LFB. That's where Elphaba
Let me
comes
say
from.
this, is that when I found that out, it blew my mind.
It's nice. Because when I was first made aware of Wicked a few years back, I was like, where the fuck did Elphaba come from?
I'm like, what
That's
a
dumb
stupid name. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I found on the darkest of webs?
Sure.
It is when the original Wicked Witch of the West went on Sesame Street and was so scary that they had to ban the episode.
She's probably ancient by then, too.
No, she was a little bit older. Let's see, 39. So they did this, I think, in 1978.
Okay. So
She was
39
on there
years
as
later.
both the Wicked Witch, where she was very mean and yelling about getting her broom back. And it was not until she was a nice old lady that they gave it back to her because she was more polite.
A nice little moral to the story.
Yeah,
there.
take off the green paint and we'll listen to you.
Goo, Wicked for Good is directed by John M. Chu. You'd know him from Step Up to the Streets, Step Up 3D, G.I. Joe, Retaliation, Gem and the Holograms, Now You See Me Too, up against his own franchise, Crazy Rich Asians, and In the Heights.
A lot of sequels.
A lot of stuff
Yeah.
there. I don't think people were really on the John M. Chu train until Crazy Rich Asians.
Agreed.
That's the one that really propelled him to the spotlight.
And so I don't like the first movie, but I will say that it is one vision throughout, and credit to him.
I don't know how you don't like that first
I don't
one.
even like how it looks.
Goo, upcoming for John M. Chu directorial-wise, he's working on a Swiss Family Robinson television project.
Swiss Family Robinson.
Interesting. Something called Split Fiction. He's directing that Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat movie. He's also signed up for the Hot Wheels adaptation, Goo. What do you think about that?
First off, when I read, because of my dyslexia, when I read the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, what I read was Amazing Technicolor Dreamcast. And I'm like, I'm kind of in on that.
There's also Crazy Rich Asians 2 apparently coming.
Yeah.
So if you're excited about that, you'd not be alone. Goo, synopsis for this movie, and I think if I had to pick a job where I didn't have to do anything in a timely manner and money didn't matter, I would write synopsises for stuff because there's so many bad synopsises out
I
there.
had to write a plot for this. I was doing a movie preview for work.
Yeah.
And it took me so long to whittle it down to get it to like a 20-second blurb.
I wish you used what I put here because I had to.
You
this
should
is
have told me ahead of time.
This is an amalgamation of shit that I found. This was like 2 paragraphs long to begin with. I whittled it down to this. Goo, synopsis of Wicked for Good. Now demonized as the Wicked Witch of the West, Elphaba lives in exile, continuing her fight for freedom and desperately trying to expose the truth. Meanwhile, Glinda has become the glamorous symbol of goodness for all of Oz. Under the instruction of Madame Morrible, Glinda is deployed to do the bidding of the wizard. After reconciliation efforts fail and a girl from Kansas comes crashing into all their lives, all of Oz is changed for good. Goo, you have your hand raised.
Is the girl from Kansas Dorothy?
It tis.
Who else is famous from Kansas? Go ahead.
So here's a thing here. A lot of people think, and you wouldn't be the first to think this, a lot of people think this leads into The Wizard of Oz, Goo.
This is The Wizard of Oz,
The
right?
second half of this movie takes place during The Wizard of Oz. So it's kind of fun when you're jumping in and out of that lore, and it's nice to, I don't know, that part's really fun. Goo, you have your hand raised again.
I'm going to edit this into the beginning here.
Okay.
Is the girl from Oz Kirstie Alley?
Not picking up on the reference here.
Kirstie Alley's from Kansas.
You just are looking for any
I'm looking
actress
at
from
Google right now.
Kansas.
Hand up.
She perished, right?
She is. Yeah, she's in Kansas in the
Not
sky.
going down for
Yeah.
breakfast.
Is the girl from Kansas Janelle Monáe?
Oh, I like Janelle Monáe. Okay. All right. Goo, here you have a third actress from Kansas.
Is the girl from Kansas Bob Dole in a wig?
This movie stars Goo, Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba, Ariana Grande as Glinda, Jeff Goldblum as the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, Michelle Yeoh as Madame Morrible, Jonathan Bailey as Fiero, Ethan Slater as Bach, Marissa Bode as Nessa Rose, Coleman Domingo as the voice of the Cowardly Lion, which was this big reveal 2 months ago that no one cared about. You also have Bowen Yang reprising his role as Epiphany, Bronwyn James as Shen Shen. And Goo, there's an actress in this movie that I don't want to spend too much time on because she's a young lady, and she plays a young Glinda. She's fucking terrible.
Okay.
The little girl that got to play a young Glinda was really bad, and she's in like one scene, and it's the worst 2 minutes of the movie. Goo, you have a fourth actress
Is the
from
girl
Kansas.
from Kansas Roscoe Arbuckle?
Who the fuck is Roscoe Arbuckle?
He died in 1933, and there's no
Okay.
bio
He
on it.
died before the Wizard of Oz even came out?
Holy shit. What? I mean, you gotta imagine that he was holding on for dear life to see this amazing Technicolor.
He was just a massive Charlie Chaplin fan.
And he couldn't make it. Oh shit, Bill Farmer's from there? That's nice. Dwight Eisenhower, also from Kansas?
Okay, all right, sure.
Lyle Wagonor?
Goo, fun fact about Kansas
Barry
City.
Sanders?
Fun fact about Kansas City.
Yeah.
It is both in Kansas and Missouri.
Okay.
I think it's 2 different cities technically because it's in 2 different states, but it's attached to each
I
other.
know Kansas City has a lot of famous people.
Kansas
It
City,
must
Missouri
be, yeah.
existed before Kansas City, Kansas.
So it's kind of like Russia, where Russia is in Europe and Asia.
Sure. It's kind
So
of
you're
like
saying
that.
Kansas City is the Russia of the
Of
United States.
There we go.
You're
Put that
saying
on the DVD cover for Kansas
you're saying
City.
Patrick Mahomes is the Putin of the United States. I guess maybe Andy Reid. It's up to your interpretation.
Sure. Yeah, one could be a Stalin as well, you know.
Travis Kelce.
All right. Sure. Goo,
Yes.
Wicked for Good.
Yeah.
Right off the top, I'll admit, not as good as Wicked. However, coming out of Wicked, I didn't know shit about it. And reading about the stage play and the story afterwards, it's a general consensus that the first half of the stage play is better than the second half. So people were curious if the second movie could sort of keep up with the first movie. And it does. It certainly does. Positives about this movie in comparison to the first one. This is more streamlined. It's heading in one direction instead of having to set up stuff like the first one has to. This one's more emotional, and it's also more cinematic. This feels more like a movie than the first one does. The first one feels a little more stage play, Broadway-ish. This one feels more like a movie. Also, Goo, you know me, I'm a sucker for a good conclusion. Really satisfying conclusion in this movie. The negatives, and it's not really a negative, but, you know, weighing it against the first movie, this one simply isn't as fun as the first movie. And part of that is because the music isn't as good. The music is very good in Wicked for Good. The music in Wicked, phenomenal. All-time stuff. You just can't reach the highs that the first one
But
gets
obviously
to.
what this movie has, and the first one had it too, is that you have 2 amazing performers as your leads.
Yeah, and you can tell at points here too. You know, I've picked up on this over the years as well, and Goo's obviously great at this because you're an audiophile. You can tell and hear the difference when someone is singing live on stage to when it's dubbed over or when it's fed in.
Did Bozo do the dubs?
And there's a couple scenes in here that is so impressive that you can tell that they're singing live, and that's what happens when you have 2 of the best singers on the planet. And that's honestly what kicks this movie up a ton. And my biggest takeaway from the first movie, Goo, was how amazing Ariana Grande was in that sort of duality of the character of Glinda. She's equally as great in this one.
She's Glinda in the first one.
Yeah, turns into Glinda. Cynthia Erivo, also great. She's not asked to do as much. Her character is really showing more just a single emotion, but still phenomenal. Jeff Goldblum, you know, he's in the first one a little bit. He's in this one more. He's so good in this.
I was going to ask you, so are there any characters, like returning characters that we've seen a couple times in other movies, say from The Wizard of Oz, Return to Oz, James Franco's I'm the Wizard. Are there any characters in this one where you say #my? Like, this is my hashtag
definitive
my Glinda
version of the character.
Yeah, like, this is my definitive version of the character.
Goldblum's wizard is the perfect weaselly, shisty character. He's exactly what
because
the
in the
story
first
needs.
one, I was like, this is perfect casting, but I'm not sure if I'm blown away by it.
Yeah, so this one, you understood why he was casted for the role
Okay.
in this movie, because the first one he's not really doing all that much.
Is he the only hashtag my?
Well, I don't really have definitive Glindas and Elphabuzz, so of course Erivo and Grande are. I think
Who was Mila Kunis in the James Franco Wizard? Who was she in it? Was she the wicked or was she the good?
I don't know.
I'm going to look
remember.
it up.
I hope Ariana Grande gets nominated, by the way. I thought she was the best supporting
She was
actress.
nominated in the first one, wasn't she?
I think she was. I thought
Yeah.
she should have won last year. Michelle Yeoh as Madame Morrible is probably the weakest character in this, which is interesting because obviously Michelle Yeoh
is great, yeah.
Just not her best effort here. Jonathan Bailey, Ethan Slater, Melissa Bodie, Coleman Domingo. The supporting cast is all very good. They do their roles pretty well. I gave Wicked 2024's, I think I gave it 36 hot dogs. And honestly, with the way it sort of sat in my mind and the lexicon and how much I've listened to Defying Gravity since, I'd probably bump it up to 37. I'd say Wicked for Good is like 34 hot dogs. Really, really good, but not among the best of the year, and a definitive tier below the first one. There's just something magical about that first one that this doesn't quite get to, but also why this movie is more emotional and satisfying and maybe a better story is because all the setup that the first one does. So if you liked the first one, loved the first one, you're going to have the same feelings and emotions for this movie. And I really enjoyed. I think we ended up getting around 5 hours for Wicked and Wicked for Good. And I thought overall, like, I don't think anyone could have done a better job with the material. So if you're going to the theaters this weekend for this movie, you're going to have a blast.
All right, so Mila Kunis was the Wicked Witch of the West.
Okay. All right.
Michelle Williams was Glinda.
Gotcha.
Rachel Weisz was Evanora.
Excuse me?
Zach Braff was Finley Frank.
Sure.
Joey King was Girl in Wheelchair.
I hate Joey King.
Abigail Spencer was May.
There's also, if you're curious, Goo, if you haven't read anything about
curious.
how
My friends call me Whiskers.
some of the characters in Wizard of Oz end up coming to be, that gets explained in this movie.
Like they
And-
show the sex?
Well, they showed sex in the first one.
Did they?
Right at the beginning of the movie, you see the wizard banging
Right. Yeah.
Elphaba's mom. I had it spoiled for me by myself by looking up how these characters came to be, but you also see the origin of a couple characters.
Did they
in this movie.
explain why speaking animals are a part of society, whereas they look at a green person and say, what the H is that?
No, I mean, the first movie's all about that. How
No,
she
the
gets
first
roped
one-
in with the movies because
No, right, I know, so
because she's different.
I know, but the first one, though, like, the animals have jobs, and people aren't looking at them sideways besides
They
the
are.
wizard.
No, they are. They are.
There's a
You
goat
just
that's a
didn't get
teacher.
a lot of it. She gets
The
roped
goat-
in. She gets roped in with the animals. That's why she identifies with the animals, and that's why the animals are on her side.
Jim Brewer's Goat Boy is one of the teachers at Oz
Voiced
Elementary.
by Peter Dinklage.
Meh. What an amazing character. Whoever came up with Goat Boy fucking nailed it. You need to have a thing. That was my Lorne Michaels impression. You need to have a character that we can sell. Like Rob Schneider's Copy Man.
On the year,
Yeah.
let's see where I have Wicked for Good on my Letterboxd. So I've now seen, I think, 38 movies.
Yeah.
Let's scroll down. Yeah. I have Wicked for Good at number 10. Just
Yeah.
cracked the top 10. But it's a tier. It's 2 tiers below the best stuff. But I highly recommend this movie. And if you're going to see this, you already saw the first one. So.
Okay. All right, Mac, let's get to a movie that I just finished. It is called Good Fortune. I don't think it's in theaters anymore. It was in theaters recently. This is written and directed and starring Aziz Ansari, and it also stars Keanu Reeves, Bianca Araceli, and Seth Rogen. And this is about a down-and-out person that in and out of jobs. They're able to get a job as an assistant to a 1%er, he does something that gets him fired, and then through the help of not his guardian angel, he's a lower level angel played by Keanu Reeves, you get the old walking a mile in each other's shoes.
Sure.
So Seth Rogen is the rich person, Aziz Ansari is the poor one. They flip it over. It's a big, maybe, one or two people shouldn't have all the money, and it should be spread out more. And the people at the bottom, it's tough for them to consistently work because they need more and more jobs, but it's tough to hold on to jobs, and computers are taking jobs, union stuff. My issue with this movie, obviously it's an important topic that needs to be discussed. Not a lot of comedy.
Yeah, but if we just talked about this briefly the other day, if you look at what Aziz Ansari has written,
reminds me of Master of None.
Yeah.
Or Masters of None.
Masters of None, which was a great, great show.
Yeah.
But not if you go in expecting Parks and Rec Aziz Ansari, it's not at all that.
The funny stuff in this movie is Keanu Reeves. He is an angel that, does the old flipperoo. He gets in trouble for it. He gets his wings taken away, and he needs to live like a human for a while with Seth Rogen, who is walking the mile in Aziz Ansari's shoes, as they're teaming up to try and create money where they don't really have the skills to get jobs. So by the end of it, this angel is a dishwasher and a chain smoker. And Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is funny.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves gets it.
I also think, making it that he's the funny one kind of flips it on its head of, because you have Seth Rogen, Aziz Ansari in there. Aziz Ansari also kind of just goes away in this movie for a while, too.
How is Seth Rogen?
He's Seth Rogen.
Okay.
I feel like we've seen this character.
So
with him
Rogen's
a
playing
bunch.
Rogen, Keanu's playing Keanu.
Yes.
Okay.
Whoa. I have this right in the middle of the pack on the year, right around 30 hot dogs. I guess I'm just looking more I need more comedy in my comedies.
Mm-hmm. I think I actually just had a conversation with a coworker briefly this morning as I was leaving work. They just watched One Battle After Another.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing he said, he was like, obviously awesome. He's like, I had no idea it was going to be as funny as it was. And that's really what takes something you could be super serious, have the most serious topics ever, which One Battle After Another does, and still find ways to work comedy in there in fantastic fashion. So that's, I guess, Mac and Goo's advice to everyone if you're writing a script out there. And obviously Aziz Ansari doesn't need our advice, but maybe work a little more comedy in there.
I'm just saying it's a little more comedy, just a little more yucks. I want a couple more yucks.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be all about, and once again, it's a serious topic about, the wage disparity.
Sure.
But just give me a couple more laughs. Couple more laughs. All right, Mac. While on the plane to Arizona,
Brag.
I saw this as one of my options, and I said, yeah! Karate Kid Legends.
Oh,
At the time, I was like, how in the H are they going to tie in the reboot Karate Kid with the original line of Karate Kid?
Yeah.
They did it.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty
So,
effortlessly. And
Jaden
it was like,
Smith Karate Kid ties into the Karate Kid.
but Jaden Smith not in this. Jackie
did
Chan.
he die?
What?
Did he die
In real life?
in the movie franchise?
They don't address it, so
Okay.
probably in a karate accident, I would assume. But Jackie Chan is back as Mr. Han. And what they did is they tied the Han family and the Miyagi family in together as ancient. They've always worked together, yin yang, one tree, two
Bang, bang,
branches.
bada boom.
That's what Jackie Chan says constantly. Yin yang, bada boom. Because the kid goes to New York.
Goo, did you ever partake in karate?
No,
as a
and
youngin'?
I really want my son to, but it's so
Get him
effing
into-
expensive.
Get him into literally any other martial art. Karate is fucking stupid. Speaking of
want
someone
him-
that took karate for 3 months,
You did karate for 3 months?
it's fucking dumb.
What
As
belt?
a kid, I hated it.
What
it was a
belt?
white belt. It was a white belt. I
I
fucking
want him-
hated it, Goo. Get him into Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, literally anything but karate. Karate is dumb.
In this one, Jackie Chan, he teaches Kung Fu.
And I can only imagine Kung Fu's even better. I can only
Mm-hmm.
imagine how many kids signed up for karate in the 80s and 90s because of that movie.
Karate Kid.
Karate sucks. Don't do karate. Get Rafi into anything else.
I swear to you, man, right now, what's his name would kick your ass if you heard that. Whoever the main Karate Kid is, I'm
sensei?
blanking on his name.
Daniel?
Daniel
Danielson?
LaRusso would kick your ass. Which is really funny that at like a point in this. So Ben Wang plays Li Fong. He is from China. There's an accident with his family. His mother does not want him doing karate like all these movies are. They move to New York. He meets up with Mia Lapani. Her father owns a pizza place. Her father played by Joshua
That
Jackson.
is fucking racist.
Her father, Joshua Jackson, fucking great in this.
Wait, Pacey's this person's dad?
Pacey is the dad in this.
What?
And he's a former boxer who he's gotten in deep in debt, and he needs to pay that debt off.
Bought too much pepperoni.
It's too much pepperoni in the shop, and people keep ordering plain cheese. So he needs to get out of
He's
debt.
getting wholesale prices on the pepperoni. Can't
And what
not
he
buy it.
does is he gets back in the ring because he's a former boxer.
Sure.
But to get in shape, he works with Li Fong and picks up some kung fu moves, and he's a different kind of boxer now.
An illegal one?
I don't know the rules of boxing, so he goes into a match and he's kicking the shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
But then what happens is the guy that has him in debt pulls an old play dirty, and he knocks him out.
Is it a
So-
sanctioned match?
I don't know, man. I was on a plane. So now, Li Fong needs to join the 5 Boroughs tournament.
Justice for Dawson. That's what that knockout
Yeah,
was.
the 5 Boroughs tournament to make enough money to save the pizza place.
Okay.
Jackie Chan comes to New York. He comes to train him, and he says, you know enough kung fu, but we need to know karate too. So they go out to Los Angeles and get Daniel LaRusso to help them with karate,
Okay.
and he does.
And I'm assuming he wins the 5 Boroughs tournament.
Within a week, he learns both sides of the Han and Miyagi tree.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes in there. Who's the bad guy in this? Who is the bad guy? Is it Alan? I'll say Alan's the bad guy. Alan is Mia's former boyfriend.
Ooh.
He is at the rival karate place.
And he's making Greek pizza. Greek-style pizza.
Greek-style pizza. No, he's at the rival karate place. The rival karate place is the guy who runs it is the one that Joshua Jackson owes a lot of money to.
Makes sense.
So he's, it's really important for him to keep Joshua Jackson under his thumb, and he doesn't want him to succeed.
If I would have watched this movie if they cast James Vanderbeek in that role,
You would have watched it?
I would have watched it.
Are you saying James Vanderbeek as Li Fong?
No.
Or as Joshua Jackson's
as
character?
the other pizza guy.
Oh, no. We needed this guy.
Okay.
Nameless, faceless, doesn't matter. But this other kid, Alan, he's won like 5 straight 5 boroughs. He's Mr. Karate.
Why does it go on to better things?
You get like $50,000 if you win.
Okay.
That's a lot of money. It's a lot of cake. Don't sneeze at $50,000. What I like about this versus Cobra Kai, there we go, is season 2 through whatever season we just finished in Cobra Kai is just karate, 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 karate. It's an obsession of karate.
Sure.
Li Fong, while yes, he is training for this
Do
and
we
he's
know
helping
him
out this
from
pizza.
any other thing?
Ben Wang? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm not going to click on the IMDb. I don't want to lose my IMDb. I'll do it. I'll do it.
No, I got you.
What is he known for? He's known for The Long Walk. He is in Mean Girls, the musical,
Okay.
if that helps you.
It doesn't.
Okay. So, yes, he learns the way of both Miyagi and Han. I like the action in this. I like the karate in this. I think the kid doing the karate is really good at it. And he uses the old, his techniques, learns a lesson, and then I'm not going to say if he
Gets
wins or
knocked
not.
down before he gets up again.
They play a lot of Tum Thumper, Chubbawamba?
Tub thumping.
Tubba Thubba Thubba, Chubbawamba. I like this, though. I'm not saying it's great. I
Okay.
did like it, though.
All right. Okay.
I like it as good as not season 1 of Cobra Kai, but like a season 2 Cobra Kai.
Where does it rank against the movies?
Against the movies, I don't have my Letterboxd D up,
You got
but I would
Karate
say
Kid.
like,
You got Karate Kid.
oh, I think it's like the second or third best Karate Kid, but I don't like the Karate Kid sequels.
How many sequels are there?
There's at least 3, maybe 4.
All right, so it's a top 2 Karate Kid movie.
It's in the upper tier of Karate Kids.
Okay.
But it's also one of those like Karate Kid space, Karate Kid legacy situations. I have this at number 18 on the year, just behind a movie that I saw, Good Fortune.
Oh, so these are smack dab in the middle of your ish here.
Smack dab in the middle of my year.
Okay. All right.
But I enjoyed it. Karate Kid.
How about that?
Once again, I'm not going to tell you how it ends.
I love how you basically have 2 movies. This is my favorite thing, at least on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 movies rated the exact same on the year, basically, but you talked swimmingly about one and disappointedly in the other.
I was looking forward.
You expect low, comes up. You expect high, comes low. You know?
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like a tree with 2 branches. One is a Han branch. One is a Miyagi branch.
Right. You've learned so much from this movie.
It's taught me a whole new philosophy on life. But yeah, if someone can help me out, I want my son to take whatever martial arts uses a bow staff.
None, probably.
I'm pretty sure one at least
Just
uses
don't-
a bow staff.
Honestly, karate is useless. In self-defense in life, karate is useless.
Because I'm imagining in my life one day, like where being jumped, and I'm able to reach over and grab a long stick and flip it to him and say, "Get him!" And then he
I
starts
think the
twirling over his head,
last
smashing him.
successful MMA fighter that was like a master in karate was Lyoto Machida, and that was 15 years
Do they
ago.
let you use bow staffs in MMA?
And there's some weird ones these days.
If that's
so
your
maybe.
specialty, you should be allowed to.
Yeah. Get him up to
Oh,
like
that
Muay
is
Thai or
such
something.
a kick-ass scene in Cobra Kai.
If you want him to fuck someone up, I think Muay Thai is the
Daniel
answer.
LaRussa, I believe he has size, and his enemy has a sword, and they start
Girth.
fighting. So cool. Speaking of Cobra Kai, should I spoil the post-credit?
Of this movie?
Yeah.
Sure.
Karate Kid?
Mhm.
Cobra Kai shows up.
But he's a good guy now, right?
He's a good guy now.
Yeah. How does he help?
He doesn't really help. It's just that he's like, oh, we should start a
Starts
pizza.
working at the pizza place.
I was going to say, he says, we should start a pizza place out in Los Angeles called Miyagi Do, but we don't spell it like a dojo. We spell it dough.
Yeah. Like
And then Daniel LaRusso's like, it's fucking ignorant. How dare you? And then now they're enemies again.
And the way they slice their pizzas is with
Swords.
karate chops.
No, it's swords. Every time.
Katanas and karate chops.
No, when you're done making the pizza, and yes, this is a Leonardo move, you throw the pizza in the air, and then you take your 2 swords and you slice. And if
They
it lands
actually
on
make,
someone's head,
there's a lot of novelty pizza slicers. They do have them katana shaped.
I do like that. And that is actually the name of one of the pizza places in the animated TMNT. It's called Ninja Pizza.
All right.
Shall I talk about the Materialists now?
Yeah, I don't really want you to talk. Just set up this whole twist. You've been teasing me about this twist for 5
let me
days.
tell you this right now. I'm going to fucking spoil this movie.
Yeah, no
If
one
you
cares
are
about this
saving the
movie.
Materialists for New Year's Eve, like I feel like some of you are,
Yeah, right. A real treat for the new year.
it says here this is a feel-good romance.
Mm-hmm.
A rom-com. Comedy? Romance. This stars. First of all, I'll say it's written and directed by Celine Song.
Who's that? How will we know her?
How would we know her? Let's see how IMDb says we'll know her. Past Lives
Oh, that did well.
and The Wheel of Time.
Okay. Was she the writer on Past Lives? I don't think she directed.
I'm not
it.
clicking through all of her movies.
Okay.
I have IMDb up. Get off my ass. This stars Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, Pedro Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
Dakota Johnson is a matchmaker. She works for a very big matchmaking
Oh, she
company.
was the writer and director of Past Lives.
So she works for a big matchmaking company. She is so robotic in this movie and how she sets people up and how she looks at people.
Yeah, because she's the fucking terrible actress.
But so what I was hoping for in this, and maybe I'm looking for too much, is that she acts like this because she's broken inside.
Mm-hmm.
But then when she's around past boyfriend Chris Evans, maybe she acts like a human being.
Okay.
She doesn't do that, though. She just talks like a robot the whole movie.
Yeah. Okay.
So as a matchmaker, she meets Pedro Pascal at a wedding, the wedding that she helped the bride and groom set up.
Sure.
Both of them look at relationships as business deals, if you will.
Yep.
You know,
Some people
as a robot would.
Mhm.
By the way, this is a very cynical movie.
Well,
Very fucking sick.
I get it.
So at this wedding, she meets Pedro Pascal. She tries to lure him into the matchmaking company because he's a unicorn. He's handsome. He's tall.
She wants to
Set him up.
Yeah.
Look, she wants to make money.
Yeah.
Set him up. So she calls him a unicorn. He's rich, tall, handsome. He's like, no, I want to date you. They eventually do. When I say eventually, I mean it happens like this.
Yeah.
And throughout this thing, she's trying to matchmake, and she keeps talking about, like, it's so hard because everyone lies about their height.
Yeah.
Everyone lies about how much money they make. They lie about how good-looking they are, how bald they are. It's a point at you. It's more at the balding people.
Yeah.
I feel like you
I don't pull
said,
any tricks.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to pay you a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
You, once you saw what was happening up there, you're like, bald.
Yeah. I'm not fucking holding on to anything.
Don't hold on to it.
No. You look way worse. You look like George Costanza.
Before I get to the twist that I love, let me ask you this. Who do you think she ends up with? The new handsome rich guy, or her ex-boyfriend who is equally as handsome, if not more handsome, also tall, her actual age, but he's poor? So the rich guy or the poor guy? Who do you think she ends up with in this rom-com that we are told is not what you're expecting?
So, based on the trajectory of the movie, or based on traditional rom-coms, she would end up with Chris Evans.
Yes.
Based on what you're telling me about this movie, she ends up with Pedro Pascal.
Chris Evans, you fucking idiot. So really, it's
this
just
movie has nothing to say then.
It's a traditional rom-com.
Yeah, this movie
Let
has
me
nothing
get
to
into
say.
this. Okay, so let me get to this unicorn.
Is that the twist?
The twist is that there is no twist. No. Let me get to what.
So
blew
Pedro
my
Pascal is super. It's like Good Luck Chuck. He just sets her up to be fresh for the old flame.
Let me get into what blew my socks off.
Okay.
Okay. So once again,
Did you
Pedro
watch this
Pascal.
on the plane as well?
I did.
All right.
My wife took the headphone on. She goes, "This is fucking terrible." About halfway through, actually, right after the twist, she got the twist.
Yeah.
So Pedro Pascal, unicorn,
Yeah.
handsome,
Yep.
rich,
Yes.
6'2".
Mm-hmm.
While she's dating Pedro Pascal, she keeps noticing these cuts on his legs. And she's like, what's happening over here?
Muay Thai.
Yeah, he's into karate. So then eventually she's like looking at the legs, and he's like covering up. He's like, I don't want you to see the cuts on my legs.
Sure.
And they had mentioned earlier in the movie that like jokingly that some guys will get the surgery to be taller. We find out that Pedro Pascal is actually 5'6".
He had leg lengthening surgery.
He had leg lengthening surgery. And I could not stop. I was in heaven. I was like, this is the greatest thing that has ever happened.
This is the dumbest movie
in
I've heard of in a while. This movie stinks.
He had his legs broken.
What did this
and
movie get?
And they added on IMDb, it is a 6.3. He had 6 inches added to his legs. Him and his brother both
Don't get me wrong.
had 6 inches added to their legs. And he's like, you should have seen me before. No one respected me. Girls wouldn't look at me. I only had the money that my parents had, and I used that to get the leg lengthening surgery, and now look at me. Look at how successful I am.
How did 78% of the critics watch this movie and be like, yeah, that's what we want? 66% from the audience, that's more reasonable. That is
But
ridiculous.
now we know how our lawyer got taller. I'm going to check his legs the next time I see him to see if he
a 70 on Metacritic for Materialists. What the fuck are we smoking?
Because it's a good look at the dating scene and how
Oh my God.
he got leg lengthening surgery. And while watching that, I'm like,
Does she find out before or after she picks Evans?
it was before, but she already knew that she wasn't in love with Pedro Pascal's character. And
Do you
she's like,
think if you kicked Pedro Pascal in the knee, his leg would disintegrate?
well, what I'm questioning is like, how is he so proportionate? If you're adding 6 inches to your leg, shouldn't you look like a fucking stork?
We talked about this a couple weeks ago. There's viral TikToks going on with people sitting down, having the same torso length and then they get up and one person's like a foot taller because of their leg length.
So you think he had fucking baby legs?
No, he just might have really long legs now. He
I
probably
know
was
that, but
proportionate.
If you're adding 6 inches to your legs, like, what? How
Some
big
people got
were-
long limbs, dude.
It's fucking baby legs McGurkins. I was like, it would have been the best if we found out that he did have these like long legs
Yeah.
and like he just had like this little stork body but super fucking long stilty legs. But could you imagine how much respect we would get if we were taller?
Stupid fucking movie.
I was blown away.
What a
I could
dumb
not believe it.
fucking movie.
Like it was a throwaway joke at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then once they show the scars and like she really focuses, I'm like, oh my God, did he get the leg
Is
lengthening
this
surgery?
movie funny at all?
No.
Good Lord.
I'm so fucking happy.
Dude, so Past Lives came out in 2023, Goo, and it got touted as one of the best movies of the year. It was a hard watch for me. I got what it was going for. It was one of the more boring movies I've watched in a while. So this is 2 in a row. Well, this is not even in the same vein. I mean, I'm sure this was boring, but this isn't even as serious as Past Lives was.
All right, so if any of our listeners have either gotten this leg lengthening surgery or have performed it, I know
You
we have
have,
several
you're fucking
doctors. Like, do you need to examine how long their upper body is, and then you're like, I think we can add 2 inches, or
What?
if they
Here we go, Goo. Here's
Yeah.
something that would be better, more cost effective, and not make you look like a fucking clown. Just get a massive cock instead. Be 5'7" and have a massive hog on you.
I mean, that's what I would have asked too. Like, so if I was Dakota,
Would you
Johnson-
rather 6 inches to your legs or to your hog? Here's
Hog.
a question.
So if I was Dakota Johnson, actually, I might do legs. I'm satisfied with what I've got.
I'll take 6 inches on the cock all day long.
That's the question. Comment down below.
Yeah. 6
After
inches
you
to
give
your
us a
legs or your
thumbs
hog.
up. Yeah, would you rather have 6 inches added to your legs or your cock?
Hog or legs?
But I would need it to be proportionate to my body.
It's never gonna be.
I don't want stilt legs.
And then honestly, you probably would have trouble building muscle on those legs, those fake legs afterwards.
oh my God,
You're gonna
do
have
you
chicken legs
muscular
for the rest of your
legs?
life.
I already have chicken legs, so joke's on you. But comment down below if you're a doctor. Do you need to measure the upper body and then say, I think we can give you these amounts of inches because
Just any
of...
doctor.
Yeah, I'm sure that all doctors can perform this surgery.
I'll ask my girlfriend.
Ask her. And then say, do you think I should add the 6 inches to my legs or
That's a nice-
my
That might be the
penis?
first actual brag I've ever bragged on the podcast.
Do you think? Okay,
She's gonna.
let's-
If I ask her this question, she might leave me.
Let's keep it sanitary. Would you rather have 6 inches to your legs or your arms? Like, would you rather have like comically long
give me arms for sure.
Oh, you want comically long arms?
Oh, I think arms would help you as an athlete way more.
You know who it would help?
I'd be a fucking stout defensive end with those long ass arms.
Can you think of how good if we can extend Will Campbell's arms?
I'd be
like
a
this?
fucking hell of a perimeter defender with those arms.
Will Campbell.
Yeah, right?
What if he? Okay, let's show Mike Vrabel. Now, Vrabel wouldn't appreciate this, but like, let's show the Patriots organization, like Pedro Pascal. People respect him now with longer legs. We can maybe do something about that first round pick.
Imagine that if Will Campbell got forearm surgery to get 6 inches longer arms.
I love this movie.
Let's get into Maxac.
And Maxac could be anything. It could be a boat. This week, Mac, you know what I'm thinking of? Instead of a boat, a parade float.
Okay, similar.
Yeah,
Similar.
because
float.
coming up
They both float.
next week, we have the Macy's Day Parade. One of your
Macy's
favorite
Thanksgiving
events of the
Day
year.
parade. Yes. Yeah.
Have you been to one?
No, God, no.
My wife
hate
asked me
parades.
earlier if we should bring my son to one, and I said, no, we should not.
I hate parades. The first parade I will be marching in will be on a St. Patty's Day parade in Ireland next year.
Okay, so I have here some trivia because, you know, we don't do trivia at the bars anymore.
Yes,
So
okay.
I have a trivia itch that I need scratched.
Love that. Love that.
Macy's Day Parade trivia, and I figure I'll ask
Why
the
don't you come
experts.
join my trivia squad with your pals Billy and JC on a Monday one of these nights?
I'd be too mad about the people asking questions because I should be up there.
Okay.
I should be the questionnaire. I should be the Riddler. This is a Riddler origin story.
Gotcha.
You get fired from your bar trivia and you just have this itch to ask people questions, and then suddenly you have question marks all over your outfit and you're flooding Gotham.
Why does Gookie back add question marks to all of his outfits? Yeah, you only had 2 last week. He's got 7 today.
They call me Mystery Boy.
It's like
Let's call you the Riddler.
It's like the Buckeyes on the Ohio State helmet. Every time you befuddle someone, you add a question mark to your outfit.
All right, Mac. First question up here. While some historical records suggest that Katzenjammer Kids were the first true licensed balloons in 1929, according to the internet, this feline was the first licensed character to get its own balloon in 1927.
Garfield?
Oh, come on. Jim Davis isn't that old.
I don't know. I didn't even hear the first words you said.
You want me to ask the question again?
Cats and something?
The Katzenjammer Kids. You don't know who the Katzenjammer Kids are?
I'm trying to think. What's the Felix the cat?
Holy shit!
Is that what it
You
was?
got it.
All right.
Were you
I was
thinking
going
of
to say that. I was going to say that instead of Garfield, but that felt like not the answer.
Were you thinking of former Bruins goalie Felix the Cat Potvin?
One of your favorites.
I love Felix the Cat.
You sure did.
He was not good on the Bruins.
No, he was not.
They had to go out and get Steve Shields to help out. And Steve Shields didn't even have the right color pads on.
Yeah,
he had his Canadian pads on.
Yeah, he had the
No,
white mask.
Shields did. I'm sorry, Jeff Hackett did.
Yeah.
Shields did have the Bruins stuff.
They went through a run post-Defoe of some really bad goaltenders.
Yeah, this is post Raycroft and pre-Tim Thomas.
Oh. Yeah, I guess they did go through that run, too. Yeah.
All right, so we talked about this in News Dump. Mario, the Super Mario, will be making his Macy's Day Parade debut next week. But let me ask you this. Who was the first video game character to get a parade float in the 90s?
90s video game character. Okay. So maybe it was an 80s. Pac-Man? We talked about that briefly.
We talked about Pac-Man getting his first float the other day.
His first one. Okay.
Do you not listen to News Dump?
No, not really.
No. You're on them.
Famous. Is it a Pong paddle?
It's just a big line.
90s video games, and it's not Mario, right? So it's got to be. It's not Zelda. That's too early to. Or if Mario doesn't have one, Zelda certainly doesn't have one. Oh, I'm really fucking blanking out here, Goo. What is it?
Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog,
makes
1993.
Sense. Yeah, Sega's version of Mario.
You could have guessed
essentially.
Pikachu. Pikachu's been in a bunch of these.
Yeah, Pikachu probably got there in like 2000, I'm guessing. 98.
Somewhere around there. All right, Mac, let me ask you this. With 43 or 44 appearances across 8 different balloon designs, this character has appeared in the most Macy's Day parades.
Charlie Brown? Snoopy?
Snoopy is the answer. First showing up in 1968, and he has appeared in many different forms, including an astronaut, an aviator, and, you'll like this, because you do it, ice skater.
I mean, I haven't skated in about 4 or 5 years. I have an affinity for Snoopy and Woodstock because my grandfather loved those 2 characters. He had a lot of Snoopy and Woodstock merch, so I've always liked Snoopy.
Let me
and
ask you
Woodstock.
this, because I've always been curious, who this product is for. I was in Home Goods maybe 5-6 years ago, and I saw a nativity scene of Peanuts characters.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't think someone that's into nativity scenes would want the Peanuts in there. And then if you're a Peanuts fan, I don't know if you want a nativity scene.
Yeah, it's a real.
Is this something that he would like? He would have liked?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he just sometimes for example, you with Ninja Turtles. Sometimes
I
you
would
just
take a
collect
Ninja Turtles nativity scene.
Yeah,
okay,
just
you're
'cause
right.
It has it,
You're right.
That sort of thing. Collectors.
I'm wondering which of the Ninja Turtles would be Jesus.
I bet Hallmark has some pretty sweet Ninja Turtles ornaments.
Mac, back in the year 2001, this website mascot made his first and only appearance in the Macy's Day Parade.
Is it Jeeves?
It is Jeeves.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not doing too bad here.
You're doing... I'm
Got a good at trivia.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like you've watched every Macy's Day Parade.
Appointment television.
It's weird. It's kind of weird right now that you know all these answers.
Yeah.
All right. At 102 feet tall,
Ooh.
This often damsel in distress MILF is the tallest balloon in parade history.
Damsel in distress MILF. So she's like a princess, but she's got kids.
Kid.
Okay, so it's not Rapunzel. And she's probably going to be an older character. Snow White doesn't have a kid.
No.
Damsel in distress. I don't. Oh, is it olive oil?
Holy shit! How does he keep doing it?
Yeah. We found my niche.
Wow. Now, you know what's funny, though, is I also looked up, this is not a question, the widest balloons, and this is not even in the top 10. So it's just this long, stretched out...
pencil of a woman.
This ghoulish
this
woman.
Shelley Duvall head ass.
And this is from 1982, by the way. Of course, Olive is the mother to Sweet Pea.
Yes. Yeah.
You would know that, obviously.
Yeah,
I don't need to tell you. I'm kind of blown away right now. Okay. Debuting in 1994 and retiring in 2002, this kid's mascot was famously stabbed by a cop in front of a crowd to safely deflate it after it was damaged.
Fuck, I do remember the incident, and now I'm drawing a blank on what he stabbed. 94 to 02.
Like violently stabbed.
Yeah, I remember because the balloon was like deflating, so it was like consuming people. So
it was starting to like, so the wind was taking it. It could have knocked people over. People have gotten concussions at these. It's been
94 to 02 kids mascot. It feels like it's probably a Sesame Street. I would say Big Bird.
Are you just trying to throw us off your scent? Because I called you out for being such a fan of the Macy's Day Parade.
What is it?
Barney was a dinosaur from our imagination.
It was Barney. Fuck. Yeah. Not far off.
You got 4 out of 6.
Yeah. Well, I think I got 5 out of 6.
You missed Sonic.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
But, I mean, to be fair, though,
not bad.
The fact that you got olive oil and Jeeves, kind of high. Really good, actually.
It's really just context clues as to how I found my way there.
So if you're listening right now and you own a restaurant, you're like, I want people to do, like, trivia. Like, before I turn into a villain, I think you should hire me.
Okay. Yeah.
I do need to be paid, though, because horrible debt.
Handsomely as well.
And horrible debt,
you actually
too.
have to lose money on the bar trivia night.
I'm in horrible debt to a karate place, and I've taken up boxing, and I've learned kung fu to help with my boxing skills, but I feel like they're gonna taint the event.
I'd fight Joshua Jackson for a chance at Katie Holmes.
Joshua Jackson's so good in that movie. God damn. Karate Kid, Legacy. You want to end the episode? Or you want
let's do it.
My hand is disgusting right now. I have to clean it. I've been looking at it the whole episode.
Takes you back to your electrician days.
Yeah, you got to wear gloves and shit. With an electrician, though, because you're splicing wires and stuff, fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
Everyone's wearing fingerless gloves.
Is that the electrician anthem?
Wow. I saw a Spanish guy doing the Bartman. That's Boombox by Lonely Island.
Okay. All right.
All right, Mac, where can the folks find us?
They can find us on Instagram and on X at Mac and Goo Podcast. Every other platform is Mac & Goo. That is Mac Shift 7 on your keyboard. Goo. That includes Facebook, Stitcher, TuneIn, Castbox, Spreaker, Google Play, iHeartRadio. We're on Spotify. More importantly, we're on Apple Podcasts. Get on there, rate, review, subscribe, 5 stars. If you do that, maybe in an alternate timeline.
No.
Maybe in an alternate timeline, you'll get a free Mac and Goo t-shirt from the folks over at Watertown Sportswear. Watertown Sportswear, 34 Mud Auburn Street, WatertownSportswear.com, expert screen printing.
If you write a review, you have to teach my son how to use a bow staff. tpublic.com. Check us out at the top of next week for a news dump, and then Thanksgiving's at the end, so we probably might just do the re-release of the Thanksgiving draft that is Mac's best showing of all time. And I'm assuming that nothing in it has changed.
I gotta say, 10 years in, Goo.
Yeah.
800 episodes in. I think the only firm takeaway from this podcast, you're bad at drafting, I'm good at drafting. Everything else, we have no definitive things.
I think
have you ever won a draft? I don't know if you have.
I think we're both good at thinking outside the bun, but we go in two different directions, like a tree that has branches with Miyagi and Han. I took a lot away from that movie.
Okay.
Mainly
Yeah.
just the tree, though. Tuesdays are goose days. I abuse kangaroos. Tim Burton.
Bye.
Please flip the cassette over to side B to continue the adventure.
Now it's time for girls jumping on trampolines. Trampolines!